Well, thank you guys for coming back and checking out my little series on this homemade camper. Well, now it's become my homemade little camper, survival trailer, off-grid, what do you call it, off-grid office trailer. It's become a multiple thing. I guess you would say it's a multi-use. As you see, I finally got it moved. She's off to the side, better location to be able to start using it as I'm finishing it up. This is where it was been sitting. The original camper that came home. The original one sat here for a couple of days. Then I moved it off to the side after I discovered it had to be torn down. Keep it less of a nuisance. I don't like the neighbors complaining. I've got one of the windows sitting in there just temporarily. I need to get in there and screw it in. Get the doors in permanent right now. All the siding is on. I need to go through. All the wood is tacked in with 1.5-inch nails, but that's not what I want. I've bought 2-inch good outside decking nails. Screws. So that way I want everything screwed in nice and tight. Steps. I've got the lower one extended, which I like that cool feature. I kept that from the original camper. Just need to bolt in the 2x4s. Still gotta cut off the extras here. I haven't just got to that yet. I've got the other window in. We've got this one in, but this is also just in temporarily, just to see what it's gonna look like. Tomorrow I plan on getting in there and siliconing everything in, screwing those two in. You notice I got the solar panel set here. Just ran the wire in temporarily for the lighting. I've got all the flashing done. I got that done yesterday. Got the roof on yesterday. Everything's screwed down. Got up there with this tar putty type stuff. Comes in a tube. Went ahead, took that stuff, sealed up all the joints, because we've had 2 days of heavy rain. Thank God everything was dry enough I could seal all that up. Here's the inside shot. Everything is up. With these Harbor Freight kits, you get these cheap little lights. I think these equivalent to actual garden lights, because during the day they do not put off enough lighting, but at night they do actually work, so I give them that. So they're at least decent enough for a night. When it's nice and dark outside, I can come in here and cut them on. If I wanted to work, I do get enough lighting out of them. Just kind of do a little spin around shot. There's everything up. At least I'm so happy I have this thing enclosed in so far. If you notice, I have one of the windows completely missing. When the original window that was there, the windows going here originally used to sit, I believe it used to sit next to this door on the old camper. When I was disassembling it, I was so heartbroken that I had to tear it down. Kind of got mad and broke one of the window panes, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just recycle that window out of one of the other windows that was laying around. Come to find out, it's a complete different size. So I think it's like about 1/2 inch longer than the other windows I had. So I was like, okay. Tried it yesterday, disassembled it. It actually comes apart easy. So what I've come up with, since it's got a good gasket around the other windows, I can make a use out of them. I'm just gonna go get some plexi, replace it. At least it'll make it non-breakable. So far everything's done. I mean, for right now, I gotta go back through and do a lot of the small minor stuff. Get all this, we're gonna go ahead and get all this wood screwed down nice and tight. I just want to get everything put together because I really didn't want this floor, which you notice is still damp. That's from all the rain that came through yesterday through the seam. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and get this thing closed in. I get the roof tightened up. Got all that done. My buddy, Big Gun 777 from YouTube, he's been a good helper, good friend of mine. He's lent me that battery over there, the black one. He had his extra. We're using it to start his round lawnmower. So I was like, hey, since it's here, do you mind if I use it? He's like, no, go ahead. So I went ahead and just temporarily, this isn't my exact idea, it's just something I thought of. I had an old set of cheap jumper cables. I jumped both batteries in parallel to each other, hooked up my solar charger, and that way I was able to go ahead and run these lights, these little cheap, I don't know what you call them, I think they're like a 5-watt, 12-volt, little cheap fluorescent. It's like I told him, you know, if I want to, at least I could run a small, little cheap $10 inverter I can find at the flea market. What I'm thinking of for a better lighting solution, if I was going to use this during the day, is right down the center. I got this big rope light that he's donated to this project. I was going to take and kind of maybe snake it down, give it artistic design, and that thing does put out enough light. It would actually put out more light than these, but probably consume a little bit more power. But, you know, I'll have a little of both. If I want to conserve power at night, I could run these two lights. If I want a little bit more lighting, I'm not worried about conserving the power. My future solar setup, then I'll run that. But everything is still up in the air. Right now, the main two goals is get this, the rolled, not rolled roofing. I was going to do rolled roofing, I'm sorry guys, but I'm going to do a torch down, which is basically imagine like a huge shingle on a roll. You roll it out, make sure you got it nice and square to everything. You pull back the first 2 foot, take your heat torch, heat the bottom of it, which will melt the tar that's on the bottom, and you lay it out. Get it nice and straight, and that stuff will stick. When it sticks to that wood, it'll never come loose. So I believe that should be a good roofing solution, not to get any water infiltration through the roof. I've got all the eaves drip in, so that's done. Yeah, this is just a short video. I mean, I know there's not going to be much to see. It just looks like a box on wood. You notice? Here we go. This is just this is the front side. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera. I just woke up trying to redo this video again. Now you kind of get a better idea of what I was saying with the tanks. Put 2 tanks up here. If I want to, on the inside, I can run a Mr. Buddy heater, run it off one of those tanks, and right here is, I was thinking, the hot water tank. A couple of the other ideas, just real quick. What I was thinking of is using the other cabinet I got in the back, put my sink and cooking surface on the back wall to keep much of this floor space going. Right here is going to be the little makeshift. It's going to be a battery box and my water storage tank down here. And probably I'm hoping to get up about this height, just to have like a little desk so I could work up here if I needed to take this camping or something, or if something major happened, we had to go off grid in case of a hurricane or a big storm or something. Wouldn't be no big deal. I should have enough floor room in here. We could just throw 1, maybe 2 air mattresses. You know, we got that. Big Gun 777's also donated me a bunch of wire shelving he's picked up. We're gonna run a bunch of it down the top, so we have storage there. Machetes, hatchets, axes. I've thought of an idea how to hang them on the walls safely where they will not come loose. Extra certain tools, everything. But that's in future parts to come to this series. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching. If you haven't subscribed, hey, please think about it. I enjoy people watching stuff I make. If you got any questions, concerns, comments, hey, just send them to me in a personal message or just put them in the comment boxes below. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.